All right, one button, baby. Here we go, one button. Easy peasy. One button. We just cursed them. Let's go ahead and kill this sucker. So we're gonna run up, hit him with a curse. We're gonna freeze him, weapon swap, hit him with incinerate, the purple dragon's breath, and just absolutely annihilate him. I ran out of incinerate. We're getting there, but boom, we got him. What's up, guys? We're here. Welcome back to the channel. And today I'm bringing you probably my favorite build of 0.3. And yes, it is a sorceress build, but it does work on Witch. It's probably way better on Witch. But that is going to be a one-button curse build, which you guys saw in the early gameplay. It is a one-button build. For bosses, we do use Incinerate and we pop Temporal Rift, but other than that, it is one button. It's an easy-to-go playstyle, and you're just going to be watching Netflix, doing something you enjoy while you're just easily mapping through the game. So today we're going to be going all over all the gear, all the passive tree, all the skills, all that really good stuff. And yeah, let's get right into it. So before we begin, though, big shout out to Demon for helping me out. He's playing this build in my community, and he hooked me up. This build looked way too fun, so I had to bring it to you guys. So I thank him for being a part of the Warriors. So thank you, sir. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and get into the gear, because the gear is some of the most important pieces here. We're over on here. We are going to have a gear swap, which I will talk about in a second. But before the gear, let's go over the skills. I know I kind of bounce around, but let's go over the skills. So we are rocking Despair. Despair is going to be our curse of choice, where we're going to be doing all of our damage. We cast curse, we get this big, huge AoE, and it's going to spell echo twice and deal a crap ton of damage. We are rocking 2 lineages on this skill, and I will tell you not to switch to this build until you hit level 65. Level 65 is when you can use the 2 lineages. So I would wait until then, otherwise it's going to feel really, really bad. So I would just play something else like Ice Nova Snap, which we do have a video for on the channel. Please check that out. Leveling all the way until you get to 65 and then make the switch. I made the switch at 65. I'm 85 now, and it's been a breeze. This build is just so fun. All right, so we got Despair, we got Deodrid's Undoing. These lineages are pretty cheap. If you got a decent amount of currency, they're pretty cheap, but just go to Ange, you can get them, and it's great. So Deodrid's Undoing skills create a cursed ground. Cursed ground from supported skills are cursed while in it. The cursed ground is supported as counts as a hazard. Maximum 2 areas of cursed ground, and it gives us this dark design. So we get a big, huge cursed ground there on top of Despair, which is great. Then the second part of this is the dark design. Explosion applies supported curse for 3 seconds on hit, and the radius is equal to that, and then the chaos damage is equal to 200% of your intelligence. So in this build, we are stacking intelligence as well as much mana as we possibly can to scale the damage as much as we possibly can. So we got Undoing 200% of our intelligence. Our current intelligence is 549, and this is, I'm only level 85 with pretty subpar gear. You can get it way higher than that. Next, we got Tool's Stillness. This one does cost a little bit of currency. I think it was like 50 or 60 exalts. Not bad. The Undoing is pretty cheap, like 10 or so. But we got True Stillness. Chaos damage from hits also contribute to freeze buildup, and we gain 20% of cold damage as extra chaos damage. That's why in the gameplay, when we hit this, we freeze enemies, which allows us just to go ahead and deal free damage to them and just kill them before they can even lay a hand on us. Very, very good. Next, we're doing Impending Doom. The trigger the blast comes from Trigger Doom Blast when curses from supported skills expire. So then we have Doom Blast, which deals base 15% of your current mana as a blast radius as chaos damage, which is why we're stacking as much mana as possible. Next, we got Spell Echo, which is why we cast this. You see it blip twice. It happens twice, which is great. And then we got Efficiency 2 just for 40% less cost, because right now it's 208. We go to 346 if we don't have that on there, so it costs a lot, because sometimes you will have to spam it against super high level elites, potentially a boss, but that's what we have Incinerate for. Next, we got Blasphemy. We're gonna rock 2 spirits. We got Blasphemy and Withering Presence. We're doing Blasphemy with Temporal Chains, as well as Slow Potency and Ritual Curse. So this just slows them really down so we can move freely and just kind of hit them with these curses before they even have a chance to lay a finger on us. Next, we got Withering Presence, which gives us Wither, which helps us apply even more chaos damage, with Mysticism as well as Chaos Mastery. This is great, just allows us to apply some more damage. Now, boss damage on the weapon swap, guys. We have Incinerate here, which is what the purple flame is. Kaboom. All right, looks like we're in Harry Potter, just casting this spell. So we got Incinerate here. This is going to be our boss killer. I know it looked solid in the gameplay, but that was from, I think I was like 75 when I did that or something. I don't even have all the fire nodes for it either, but I will talk about that in the video. But this just absolutely nukes the bosses. So we got Ignite 3. We want to have more flammability and magnitude, and it deals the damage 15% faster. Then we got Considered Casting, less cast speed, but 35% more damage. Searing Flame for more damage and magnitude. And then we got Burgeon 2 for more 20% more damage while channeling up to 40%. And then we got Extraction here for 35% extra chaos damage, because we are going to convert all the fire damage into chaos damage with the Black Flame Covenant, a brand new node in 0.3. Fire spells convert 100% to chaos damage. Chaos damage from fire spells contribute to flammability and ignite magnitude. And then Ignite inflicted with fire spells deals chaos damage instead of fire damage. Absolutely a banger. And that is it, guys. Now, what I do want to bring attention here is you're going to see this little bar around Incinerate. As I'm casting, it's going to have the bar go away while you're paying attention to that. Now, every single time to increase this bar, we need to cast our spell, so it gains as we're casting. So as you're mapping and as you're going through, you will fill this bar up, so that way when you go fight the boss, you have a full beam of Incinerate to use on the boss. Otherwise, if you run out before you fight the boss, just stand outside and cast this thing until it's full. You only have to cast it a couple times, and then you're good to go. The last thing is that we have the Temporal Rift and Time Freeze. These are automatic from our Ascendancy because we are playing a Chronomancer. Inside Time Freeze, we're going to be rocking Prolonged Duration, Second Wind, as well as Magnified Area and Cooldown Recovery 2. This allows us to cast this almost twice, and allows to freeze them for like just enough time to kill the boss. So essentially with Time Freeze, you'll pop Time Freeze, and then you just spam Incinerate, and the boss should die before they become unfrozen. If they do become unfrozen, just cast it again or just hit them with a couple curses, and then they should die. So let's get into the passive tree. This passive tree is very straightforward. There's no tricks or anything with this. This passive tree actually, when looking at it as a whole, looks very, very similar to Essence Trade Contagion, because there really just isn't a whole lot of chaos nodes on the passive tree. We have a section here, we have a section here, a section here, and one section here, and that's it. That's all we have for chaos damage. Oh, excuse me, there is one small section here. That's all we have for chaos damage, and we take all of them, okay? We're taking all the chaos nodes. We're taking more spell damage. We take the Black Flame Covenant. We're taking a bunch of ES nodes, right? We take some ES nodes and mana regen. We're also taking an Arcane Intensity for more spell damage, which is why we're stacking mana. We also end up taking cast speed, which is great. And then we take some increased zone of controls. Okay. Then over here again, we have more mana regenerate plus increased ES. Now, the reason that we have this tree this way is because we want to have sockets here. We got 1, 2, where is it? 2, 3. I think we got 3 right now, I believe. 3 sockets, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we got 3 jewel sockets, which is going to help us contribute to chaos damage. Each of my jewels on here are as follows. My boy Demon's telling me to hop in. He wants to show me this new build. We got increased chaos damage, flammability magnitude, ignite magnitude, and then increased intelligence. If you guys do want a short little video on how to craft these, I will show you. They're incredibly cheap. But this will allow us to scale our intelligence, which gives us more mana and more chaos damage. And more importantly, the more flame damage that we can do and fire damage and ignite and flammability magnitude that we can apply to the bosses when we cast Incinerate with Black Flame Covenant. So we have 3 of these right now. These are very, very cheap. Again, these aren't going to be the best in slot yet. We haven't done that yet. But we just got a base because at the time I was like, you know, very low level, or I was like 78 or 79, I think, when I got these. So we got still a little bit of room to improve here. But overall, these are very, very good jewels to have. We also take Whispers of the Doom. This is very important because we can apply 2 additional curses. While we have our main curse from Despair, Blasphemy is also casting a second curse. So if you do not have this, you will not get Blasphemy. You will only be casting Despair. So make sure you get Whispers of Doom. Outside of that, guys, we're very straightforward. On our amulet, we are anointing Spaghettification for more chaos damage and move speed. But other than that, it is pretty straightforward, guys. Let's go into the gear. Now, a gear, we're going straight ES base. We want to have as much defenses as possible because we're a sorceress and we have very low life and we are fragile. So we got 1,000 life with 4,600 energy shield with very subpar gear. So let's go ahead and go over it. In all of our gear slots, we are looking for mana, intelligence, and resistances with as much ES as possible. Chest piece, we can't get mana, so we have life, which is fine. Have an intelligence roll with reses. Same thing on our helmet, mana, intelligence, reses. Same thing on our gloves, intelligence, reses, belt, life, and reses because we can't get mana. And we are rocking 2 uniques here. We do have the Ming's Heart for more chaos damage, which is huge. This is a must-have. Then we're also rocking Wind Scream Feathered Sandals. This, it is only 20% move speed. It does give us intelligence, but the main thing here is curses have no activation delay, which is why when we go to cast Despair, we instantly deal our damage, which is very important. Next, on our Breach Ring, again, we got chaos damage, cast speed, intelligence roll, and then resistances. And then very, very important on our amulet, we allocate Spaghettification for more damage, but we want a huge roll of intelligence like you see here, mana, and then we want 10% or more increased intelligence, and then +3 to all spell skills. This is a very costly amulet, but if you can kind of just get 2 of the 3, like get just intelligence plus level of spell skills to start off, that would be very good. On our offhand, you're looking for something similar to this. A better mana roll would be great, but plus to mana, 2 to all spell skills and intelligence with possibly a res. Very basic ES. We don't even have it quality'd yet. Can I quality this real quick? I think I can. Nope, wrong one. Sorry. We won't max it, but we'll get it. And then on our weapon, we are doing the Honored Spell, Dueling Wand. Okay, we got spell damage, chaos damage, mana, +5 to all chaos spell skills, increased cast speed, and then mana cost efficiency, which is a really good roll. But then we also got the new Abyss crafting with 138 more mana. So this is actually 180 mana, which is kind of crazy. So this is a very, very good one. I do not use Spellslinger for this at all, but Spellslinger is very, very good. And then the jewel that we have on there is the extra chaos damage, which is very, very important. Okay, that's the gear, guys. Very, very straightforward. It's a very, very good build. We can do a huge amount of improvements here, especially in our gear pieces for more ES. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is our weapon swap. We do weapon swap. We still use the same focus, which if you guys don't know, you can come in here and clear, or you can come in here and lock this. So you right click to lock it, and it uses the same focus in both sets up here. So make sure you do that. In our swap wand, we got extra damage for fire, extra cold, extra lightning, all flat damage helps, increased cast speed, increased flammability magnitude, increased fire damage, and then +5 to all spell fire spell skills. This will help us when we swap to incinerate. So while you're doing that, you come over here. We have this only on 1, and then incinerate is only on 2 for the swap. If you guys see this, if I use this on 1, my damage goes to 11,000. On the swap, we are going to 21,000. Now, very briefly here, I want to show you the fire nodes that we're going to be taking once we gain some more levels. We will be taking fire damage in here, these nodes for fire starter and slow burn. And then we're going to take some fire nodes here for increased fire damage and flammability magnitude. And that's it. That's all the flame damage that you need on the tree is these points in here. And that's all you're going to do for the bosses. And that's it. So yeah, guys, this is the 1-button Despair curse build. It's so good. I love it. You kind of just run around and just kill things. You just cast this stuff for free and you just kill stuff. I think I killed everything on this map. But yeah, it is just one of the funnest and most chill builds that you can play. You just run around and cast it. Now, if anybody who's been around my channel, I really love simplistic builds like this. I'm not a big, like, I want to cast, you know, XE 4, 5, and then cast my spell. I'm not about builds like that. So if you guys like builds like that, then you're probably not going to find them like that on my channel. But some more simplistic builds, 1, 2, maybe 3 buttons. That's the limit for me. I just want to have fun and just slay monsters. So this build is it for this league for 0.3. This is my pick. So like the video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. And as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.